Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Welcome back, Star Family. This pick a card reading is about what is it that needs your attention. So could it be something that maybe you're overlooking, maybe something you don't see in your situation, but it's definitely something that needs your attention right now. So if you haven't had a chance to pick a card as of yet, by all means, please go back to the very beginning of the video. There's a portion of silent meditation. Timestamps for that are in the pinned comment as well as in the description box. So you can go to the very beginning of the video, take as much time as you need to focus, pause where necessary, in order to choose your cards. If you feel during that time you feel led to pick more than one, by all means pick more than one pile. That's totally okay. I always encourage you to use your intuition. With this reading, obviously I will be shuffling on the spot for each pile here. I'll be using tarot and various oracle cards to help get the message to you. Consider that these readings are general, right? So I can't possibly expect to resonate with everybody watching, although I hope you find some messages here. What I always say is, hey, if this is not the reading for you, maybe consider checking out my pick a card playlist. I have a bunch of them there that you can have fun exploring. And if it comes down to the fact that I'm not the reader for you, that's okay, because there are plenty of other readers on YouTube, which I'm sure there'll be somebody out there who has the messages that you're looking for this time around. Now, these readings are timeless as well. So whether you watch it at the upload time, weeks, months, days, years down the road, it doesn't really matter. My theory is, hey, whenever it's placed into your awareness and you feel that intuitive nudge to watch, there's probably going to be a message there for you. All right, so with all of that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get these off the table. We're going to go directly into stack number one. Stack number one, you chose this card here, and I will incorporate that into the reading the further we go along. I just want to get everything out on the table first. We're going to start with tarot. We're going to ask, what is it, stack number one viewers, that is needing or requiring your attention at this time, right? So let's see. What is it that is requiring your attention, stack number one viewers? Let's see if we can get 3 cards. Okay. All right, so we have the 4 of Swords, we have the 8 of Cups, and we have another 4 with the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, stack number one viewers, is that what's requiring or needing your attention is that you take a time out for yourself, or that you rest, that you recuperate, that maybe you keep to yourself. There's something that you're looking to accomplish perhaps here with the 8 of Cups. This is my soul searching card. This is the pilgrimage of the soul energy. It's like there's a situation that you can't really build up any more than what you can up until this point, and you're gonna eventually have to come to a decision to walk away from something that's not going to give you more than your 8 cups. This person in the card is on a pilgrimage to seek its 10 cups. So with the 8 cups, you know, that's no longer serving, or no longer, how would you say, fitting the bill, right? So with the 8 cups, you end up walking away from something that's not really helping or lifting you up or edifying you in some way. It's like you deserve more, you know you want more, so you're going to go out and seek more. I don't know if you're separating yourself from a place with that 8 of Cups, a situation, maybe even a mindset, especially with the 4 of Swords. There's something that's shifting and changing, and it's like Spirit is trying to get your attention, saying that you need to contemplate this. You need to, I'm hearing choice. I know I don't see a number 2 on the table. I know I don't see like a 2 of Swords, a 2 of Wands, or anything like that, or any kind of other card that's indicating a decision. But for whatever reason, whenever I see this combination of the 4 of Swords and the 8 of Cups, I can't help but think of, you need to think about this, contemplate something, really dig deep, right? Because the 8 of Cups is that it has to dig deep in order to know what it wants, in order to then go in pursuit of what it wants. So there's something that you have to think about in order to maybe make a choice and then travel in the direction of that choice, or move your situation in the direction of that choice. And it's coming down to your own stability, sense of security, and foundation with the 4 of Pentacles. So when I look at this, it feels like Spirit saying, hey, take a time out, focus on self-care with the Four of Swords, take all the time that you need to process a situation that is requiring your attention right now. If there's a serious decision you have to make, focus on making that decision. Take a time out so that way you can really get to know what it is that you want and then move in the direction of that. Whatever you're trying to move in the direction of, whatever your 10 of Cups is to you, okay? Remember, the 8 of Cups person is always looking in search of its 10 of Cups. 8 of Cups is not cutting it anymore, right? So it's like whatever your 10 of Cups is to you, I'm hearing hatch a plan. Think about that. Think about the process of what that is going to entail to move in the direction of that. Because you know what? With the eight of Cups energy, the person in the card, he knows his worth, his or her worth, knows their worth, right? And then goes in the direction of that. Why would you settle for 8 cups when you can have 10? So what is your 10 of Cups, right? Whatever your 10 of Cups is, think of what the meaning of the 10 of Cups is. It's basically an energy of fulfillment, right? Emotional happiness, contentment, satisfaction in love, family, relationships, just in overall life, right? So whatever your 10 of Cups means to you, Spirit is saying, look, it needs your attention. Focus on that with that Four of Swords. If you have to remove yourself from a situation, a place, an environment, right? Because this card talks about the energy of taking a step back, removing yourself from people, places, and things so you can contemplate, meditate, keep to yourself in order to get your mind right. So if you have to move away from something or take yourself out of an equation with that Four of Swords in order to figure out what it is that you desire and what your happiness means to you, the 8 of Cups, once it gets to this point, you've thought about it enough, you'll get to this point and you'll move in the direction of that. You'll move in the direction of what your 10 of Cups means to you. This is basically saying, Spirit saying, look, take all the time you need. Because once you figure it out in your mind with the Four of Swords, there's going to be nothing to stop you from going in the direction of what fulfills you and makes you happy. Okay, it could be anything. It could be creative endeavor. It can be, again, a change of pace, a change of environment, a change of mind, a change in a relationship, right? If you take in a timeout, like this is saying, hey, a timeout is necessary. A timeout. You need a timeout right now for your own mental health, well-being, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, right? We all need that once in a while. This is saying take the time you need to do that, to focus on you with that Four of Swords, to then pull yourself together, because that soul search is necessary in order to then really evaluate what it is that you want, because your stability depends on it. Your well-being, your ultimate foundation depends on you walking in the direction of your dreams, your hopes, your desires, what makes you happy, what makes you fulfilled in your overall existence, right? Your 10 cups is out there somewhere. Well, guess what? You deserve to go out and look for it, right? So that's kind of what I'm feeling from this. Again, Four of Pentacles is all about being really secure in yourself. And it also can be an energy of keeping to yourself. So again, Spirit just reiterating the energy with these two cards of maybe needing a timeout to be by yourself, to think, to meditate, to contemplate, to protect your energy even. Maybe protect your energy from others or from people, places, and things that really aren't good for you at this time. Again, the energy of reflection. Why didn't I put these two together already? I don't know. I was so focused on this card and the 8 of Cups. But there you go. This is just reiterating the need to reflect, right? Why didn't I see that a few seconds ago or minutes ago? But there you go. Confirmation, right? With this card here, Spirit wants you to take a time out to think and process and choose your path moving forward, because again, your stability, your well-being, your happiness, your foundation as an individual depends on you walking in the direction of what brings you happiness and well-being. So maybe some of you actually have not done that enough, right? Maybe some of you work too hard, and with that Four of Pentacles, maybe you're highly focused on earning that money, earning that coin, but you don't take enough time for self-care in order to really get to know who you are, get to know what you want and what you feel you need in life, right? All right, so let's see if we can get a few of these cards here, tea leaf cards, to find out what it is that, you know, Spirit wants you to focus your attention on, or what is requiring your attention this time. Let's see. Woo, okay. All right, so we have a lot here. Let's start with the one that's flipped over. It says too much concern, oh wow, with sexual matters. Okay. Again, if you're walking away from a relationship, right? If you're contemplating separating yourself or walking away from someone or something to secure your own individual stability, maybe with this energy, the one thing that maybe keeps you tied in to a connection, or maybe kind of keeps pulling you back in, maybe is, you know, the sexual energy between you and somebody else. But Spirit is saying, hey, you know, this is requiring your attention, because it might be that in this connection, all you're ever going to get is 8 cups, right? So you need to walk in the direction of what makes you happy. You deserve more than just 8 cups, right? But I can't help but think that in a relationship situation, maybe the sex is what maybe kind of keeps you locked in, right, to a certain someone. That's possible. And I've said this before in other readings. Sometimes that is the last thing to go. The sexual physicality of a relationship is usually the last thing to go, right? All right, it says doing something risky, taking a chance. Well, yeah, if you're going to walk away from these 8 cups, you're going to have to take a risk on yourself, because, you know, once you get to a point where you feel you deserve 10 cups, you're gonna take that leap of faith, and you're going to walk in the direction of it. You may not know what lies ahead. You do have the moon energy here. You may not know what lies ahead in that situation, but you might be willing to take a risk and walk in that direction anyway, right? Oh, look, temptation will test you. Interesting. All right, we have sexual matters here, and we have temptation. I don't know. Well, are you tempted to take a risk on yourself too? Because I could see it like that with these 2 cards. You might be tempted also, especially if you're debating leaving someone behind. It is a cups, right? Relationships, people, relationships and dealings with people when it comes to the cups energy. So, I mean, you might be tempted to stay just because you have that physical connection to someone. That's a possibility, right? And then, okay, involvement with the law. Interesting. I'm not quite sure how that would work. It says involvement with the law. So I don't know if some of you are looking to, I don't know what that means, to be honest. I'm looking at that like maybe it is a legal matter. Oh, okay, hold on a second here. It came to me. Wow, total brain fart, right? Involvement with the law. Well, guess what? Marriages, contracts, okay? That is getting the law involved in your relationships, in your business, and all kinds of stuff. So it kind of feels like what that's saying is that you might end up with that 8 of Cups breaking a contract, whether it be emotional, a business, career contract, like let's say you decide to quit your job, right? Or something like that, because it's not fulfilling you anymore with the 8 of Cups. It's really not. So any kind of contract or thing that you have yourself bound to, okay? An agreement or something, you might be breaking that contract, you might be breaking that agreement. And it is going to take a risk with the Tiger energy here, okay? And you're tempted to take that risk, I feel. Another thing, let's put the idea of the sexual energy aside with the rabbit, okay? Because we know they breed a lot. The rabbit itself is an energy of fertility, right? Not only that, when you think of, you know, Alice in Wonderland, once you go down that rabbit hole, right? Once you know it, you can't unknow it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So it kind of feels like you know something now, you see something for what it is now, you can't unsee it. You've been down the rabbit hole, you understand you know, what you have to do once you've been down the rabbit hole, right? And who's to say that the changes that you make over here with the Eight of Cups aren't going to lead to some financial stability as well? Again, the idea of fertility and prosperity with the rabbit. Okay. So let's get a final oracle card here. Basically, Spirit wants you to, you know, grab your attention and say, look, there's something you have to decide for yourself, something you have to consider here with that Four of Swords. Take the time that you need. That's requiring your attention, because your happiness and your stability, you know, is requiring it. You can't, how long are you going to ignore your own personal happiness and well-being? Like, you can't ignore that forever, right? And Spirit's kind of saying, hey, that's what needs your attention. Okay. So let's see if we can get a final oracle card for stack number 1, viewers. Okay, well, maybe it's 2. Let's see what we have here. Wow, okay. Look at that. Sun, open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Well, look at the Eight of Cups. He's moving ahead. Despite the unknown, he's moving ahead. Despite the uncertainty, this energy here is moving ahead. So you have the moon and you have the sun. So basically, you're going to go from dark to light here. Okay, sunflowers are also a symbol of success. You'll see them a lot in the tarot. But yeah, this is basically saying, you know, you have to go in this direction because that's where your happiness is. So go ahead and follow that. Open up your heart to the possibilities that lie ahead in the midst of this journey. And then it says, Eagle, you will soon soar, or you will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. So again, the sun is a symbol of clarity and enlightenment. It sheds the light on the dark. It exposes things that are in the dark. So you're going to have your clarity moment like an eagle. It sees the bigger picture, like Spirit sees the bigger picture. So whatever you're going towards or moving in the direction of, you're soaring basically with this card towards your destiny, towards what's meant for you and only you, and for your happiness too, right? So stack number 1, this is your reading. I'll leave you here. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below, because I do like hearing from everyone. If you want to support this channel further, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, clicking that little bell for notifications, because I do upload often. That way you also never miss a video. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you could book a reading whenever you feel guided to. So I'm going to leave you here, sending you much love wherever you are. Take care of yourselves and keep shining. Stack number 2, viewers, you chose this card here. I will incorporate that into the reading the further we go along. I just want to get your tarot on the table first. So this reading is about what Spirit feels is requiring your attention at this time. Okay, it could be something you're overlooking about your situation, maybe something you don't see. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let's see. What is it, stack number 2, viewers, that is requiring your attention at this time? See if you can get 3 cards. Okay, there's 1. Okay. All right, 3 of Wands, King of Wands. Okay, and the 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. And you know what? I'm going to grab another one. I want to see what that 5 of Pentacles is all about. Let's see. 5 of Pentacles. Why is that here? Because that 3 of Wands is a very good card. Okay, I have a feeling, I think I know what's going on here. Let me see. One more card. Why is the 5 of Pentacles here? Well, okay. All right, the moon. Okay, so while I was shuffling, right, what stood out to me was the 5 of Pentacles, yes, but at the same time, the energy of the perseverance here. Okay. So what this is saying to me is that Spirit doesn't want you to give up. Spirit wants you to continue to focus on the future forward, right? Future forward energy of the Three of Wands. This is an energy of expansion, growth, possibility, because you've already put in the work into something, whatever that may mean to you. You've already put in the work into something in your life, and now it's like, okay, when am I going to reap my rewards? When am I going to see my investment return to me? Right? King of Wands energy also is one that doesn't give up. He's a go-getter. He's ambitious. He's ready to pursue creativity, inspiration, business, whatever moves him, he goes after it. Very motivated energy. So I feel like this is saying, Spirit is saying, if you feel like giving up, redirect your energy. All right? So that way you continue to stay motivated towards the things that you're expecting. This is a very expectant energy. You may be having doubts and confusion over here with the moon, where things feel uncertain at this time and you're kind of doubting your path or your journey. Maybe you don't know what lies ahead, right? Or further into the future. And yeah, there might have been some challenges, some loss, maybe financial difficulty. And you might have had, maybe lost a job, maybe broke up with somebody. This could mean a lot of different things when it comes to loss and lack, right? Or lacking something. Maybe you feel like you lack something. Maybe you lack the motivation, right? With the King of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. But what's requiring your attention is that you continue to stay focused, right? Because look at the direction of the King of Wands. His body language is facing the Three of Wands. So this is where your focus should be, right? King of Wands, his focus should be here. That could be you also, King of Wands being Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Could be somebody else in your environment, maybe somewhere else in your chart. But the body language of the King is facing the future, facing what lies ahead. It may be somewhere in the distant future or, near future, whatever, but it's maybe not in his immediate, life at the moment, but it's somewhere close by or across that ocean. And Spirit is saying, look, turn your back to what was lost, because the King of Wands has his back turned to this Five of Pentacles. Redirect your focus to what's to come. Because the Three of Wands always is a guarantee of something coming towards you in the near future. Okay? And you've put in work, you've put in time, maybe energy, resources, possibly, with that Five of Pentacles. And it's like wanting to say that what effort you've given, or, time, energy, resources, whatever time, energy you've given to something is not in vain. You've already kind of put the oomph behind it. So there's a need to kind of focus back on this energy here rather than what maybe you can't get back or what was lost. There is a future that awaits over here with the Three of Wands. Things may seem really uncertain and unclear at the moment. You don't really have a clear sense of direction, perhaps. Maybe you feel a little lost with the Five of Pentacles. But there's a need to keep persevering. Okay? So perseverance is what's requiring your attention. If you've at any moment felt like you wanted to throw in the towel or give up or stop in the middle of what you're doing and say to hell with this, like I throw my hands up and just give up, right? This is kind of saying, no, don't let that happen quite yet. You're not done. What's requiring your attention is the will, okay? Think of the King of Wands energy. He wills things through determination. If you've been slacking, right, on a project or on an endeavor or on, anything that you've kind of given up on lately or you feel defeated with, Spirit is saying what's requiring your attention is the previous determination that you once had. You got to pick that back up and you got to get back on that train. Got to get back on the horse and keep riding. I know I use a lot of analogies, by the way, or metaphors. your aspirations require your attention as well, okay? Your dreams, your focus, the things that you are passionate about with the King of Wands require your attention at this time. You can't, it's kind of like this feeling like, are you going to let a dream die? Over here with the Five of Pentacles, there's an energy of lack, loss. Maybe you feel like you don't have what it takes, or like you're not sure if you can make it, right? Isn't it salmon that swim upstream, right? By any means necessary. They literally, and that's why this, I think this fish is here for the card of perseverance. Because they have a goal in mind. They have to spawn. That is their one mission. So your mission needs your attention, is also what I'm getting from this. They have one mission in life, and that is to spawn. The minute, oh, look at that. Oh, shoot, I'm here like, I have the cards and literally that just flew out. It says waiting for news, package, or letter. Okay. This is basically the way that flew out. I was holding the cards and about to shuffle them, but I kept going on and on. But so it's saying anyway, bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. You could be waiting for news on something and you're like on the brink of giving up. This is saying don't give up. Okay. Your passions, your determination, your will to pursue your dreams, your aspirations, your personal goals, all of that is requiring your attention. Your goals require your attention right now. Your aspirations and your dreams require your attention. Number 3, expansion, growth. Okay, and the possibilities that await you. But how are you going to know if what awaits you is available to you, right? If you give up now, you're never going to know, right? How are you going to know if that goal could have been reached if you give up now? That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this. So yes, a lot of uncertainty. Pisces energy here. You might be Pisces with the moon. A lot of uncertainty. And maybe, you know, that uncertainty of your situation or the outcome of your situation is dragging you down, because a lot of times that Five of Pentacles can mean an energy drain. Especially if you've given a lot to something and you're not yielding results, that can be very draining. Right? But there's a need to keep persevering, because whatever you're waiting for, right, with that Three of Wands, he's expectant, like I said earlier. Whatever you're waiting for looks like it's about to arrive. All right, so let me see if I can get a few more of these. Oh, okay. Okay, so financial pinch. Again, that would explain the Five of Pentacles. Feeling a financial pinch. Maybe some of you are waiting for a job to come through or money to come through in some way, and you're feeling really uncertain at this time. This is saying, please don't give up, okay? Look at that. Look at that. Pay attention to your finances, okay? So it might be something financial you're concerned about. But this is saying you can't give up, okay? You have to stay, you have to keep fighting. That's what it feels like, okay? So it's saying temporary. This is a temporary situation, okay? This is a temporary situation. So if you're pinching your pennies right now, if you're worried about your finances, Spirit also wants you to know this is a temporary situation or setback. It's not something that's going to last, okay? News is going to come through. I know you're waiting for it right now, but news is going to come through. So do pay attention to your finances right now. That's another thing, right? Pay attention to your finances. Go ahead and pay attention to your finances, you know, budget. If you have to, do what you got to do to make ends meet for now. But if you're waiting on something to come through, this is basically saying, you know, it will. It's just a matter of time. If you can just hold out and persevere that much more, that's going to be, you know, to your benefit. Okay? Because it's not far away with that Three of Wands. It never is. And that's why the back is turned to this energy. The focus needs to be on what's to come. Okay? So it says rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Interesting. So maybe that's somebody in your midst that you're dealing with right now. Maybe you might want to turn your back to whoever that is too, right? Whoever makes you feel like this energy here with the Five of Pentacles, whoever puts you in doubt, you might want to turn your back to that as well. So whatever is requiring your attention, well, keep an eye out for somebody like this too. Okay. So let's see if we can get final oracle cards for you. Your mission, your goals, your determination, your passion, your drive, your persistence, all of that is requiring your attention. This is kind of feeling like now is not the time to throw in the towel. Okay, if you got one last fight in you, that is what's requiring your attention, that you give it one last good go. Okay. Let's see if we can get one final oracle card for you, stack number 2 viewers. Okay, wow, celebrations. You are ready to be, or to bring new and exciting things into your life. Well, I was feeling that with the 3 of Wands and the King of Wands. He is an excitable energy. He is passionate. He is an energy that thrives, okay? And this is what's coming. There's something on the horizon here for you with that 3 of Wands. The King of Wands, I'm kind of feeling the vibe of like he knows it deep down. Maybe that's why he keeps pushing for it. He knows it deep down. And it's saying, yeah, you are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. Absolutely. That's why you can't give up. You have to keep persevering, okay? So there's something else that's coming your way. I know you can't see it right now. You might be, you know, disappointed in the way things are, if things are difficult, maybe even financially. This is saying, hey, Spirit saying, stay on the path towards what it is that you see for yourself with the 3 of Wands, okay? Because over here, this is saying, look, pretty soon you're going to have something to celebrate, whether you realize it right now or not. Despite the unknown, there is going to be something to celebrate at the end of this. So if you could just stick it out for a little bit, I know probably some of you don't want to hear that, but if you could stick it out and you could continue to persevere, you have to consider that the sun is in this card as well, right? So stay in pursuit of your mission, of your goals, of your aspiration, of what you want to see for yourself. Maybe shift the focus away from what's not working, but focus on what is, right? Because that helps alleviate some of the resistance, right, that sometimes we create for ourselves or our situation has created for us. It helps alleviate that. So in a sense, it's kind of feeling like maybe there's a need for a little bit of surrender, to shift your focus on what is working, shift your focus to the good things to come, or the things that you expect to come, good things that you expect to come to you. Shift your focus to that rather than on what's not working right now, because that's actually creating resistance, right? So stack number 2, I will leave you here. This is your reading. Sending you much love wherever you are. Hope that you are well and safe. If you have connected with this reading, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below, because I like to hear from everyone. If you want to support this channel further, consider liking, sharing, subscribing, clicking that little bell for notification as well, so that way you do not miss a video, because I upload pretty often. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you could book a reading whenever you feel led to. So I will leave you here, sending much love and blessings to you, and keep shining. Stack number 3 viewers, you chose this card here. I will incorporate this into the reading. I just want to make sure I get everything out on the table first. So this reading is basically about what is requiring your attention. What does Spirit feel you need to pay attention to at this time, okay? So it could be something you're overlooking in your situation, maybe something you do not see. So let's take a look. Let's see if we can get 3 cards here. And bear with me one second, because I'm going to, whoops, fix the cloth there. And took the camera with it. All right, so stack number 3 viewers, what is requiring your attention at this time? What does Spirit feel is requiring your attention at this time? Let's see, 3 cards. Stack number 3 viewers. Okay, we have the Chariot, the Judgment, wow, and the 7 of Wands. Okay. All right, so Cancer energy, the Judgment, I don't remember exactly who that might apply to as far as zodiac. And then we have the Seven of Wands. So, well, the Chariot's all about your success and your focus, right? The Chariot is always about harnessing your energy, going in that direction, not really looking back on the past. For whatever reason, I kind of want to do this, right? So I'm kind of feeling like this is the energy of the past that you need to let go, right? Spirit is saying, hey, you need to, I guess, maybe release some things here with this Judgment energy. Your freedom from the past, that full-on release is what's requiring your attention at this time. And for whatever reason, I just got the vibe of nothing set in stone. I know that ink and the card says permanence, but for whatever reason, it feels like you can let go of the past. You can free yourself from anything that's holding you back, because you can rewrite, okay? You can rewrite your path and your journey moving forward at any given time. Nothing has to be set in stone if you don't want it to be. So it could be that there's something that you're struggling to let go of, and I say struggling because of the Seven of Wands, but nonetheless is requiring that you really pull yourself together, so that way you can go in pursuit of something else in the distance, something else in the near future. It could have to do with travel as well. Some of you are looking to travel with the Chariot energy. You may have to let some things go in order to pursue that other location, maybe a relocation, maybe a different place. You can't give up on that dream, right? Seven of Wands always fights for what it loves, come hell or high water. It will continue to pursue and struggle to, if it has to, but it has enough fight in it to keep going. So you have what it takes over here with the Seven of Wands to move past something, to let something go in order to pursue with the Chariot energy something else that's on the horizon. If it requires you relocate, if it requires you do something different, go somewhere else, switch up your environment, you can do it. It's going to take your determination, but it's not that you can't achieve it. You definitely can with the Seven of Wands. He doesn't give up, okay? There's with the Judgment energy, this is an energy of reinventing yourself, a rebirth moment here. You've got that wake-up call, you have to act upon it. If Spirit has inspired you or kind of called you to do something, that's also what's requiring your attention. That you act upon the calling that you've received. And if you have to reinvent yourself in the process, or make some changes or switch things up to do it, or to, with the Chariot, pursue it, then give it all you got over here with the Seven of Wands, because you have what it takes. The Chariot energy is a card of success and achievement and forward focus, like being hyper focused on what it wants. So 2 cards of determination here. There's something that you need to change here with the Judgment, or let go of, right? Release. And there's something that over here with the Judgment also you need to do differently. So the changes, because it's a transitionary energy with the Judgment, so some changes are requiring your attention. That it's requiring that you make some changes in order to pursue a path, a goal, a different location, geographically, possibly, very literally, it could be that. There are some necessary changes that are requiring your attention, because with this energy here, if you are hesitating to release something from the past in order to embrace a new future, or in order to embrace a new chapter in your life, you're only creating resistance over here with the Seven of Wands, is kind of what I'm getting from this. Again, that energy of reinventing yourself, doing something different. If you've had it on your mind or in your heart for a while to switch up the game and do something different for yourself, to think outside the box, that is what's requiring your attention. If there's something that you've been wanting to pursue, maybe you've been struggling to pursue it for some time with the Seven of Wands, that is what's requiring your attention. Because again, this energy over here is still giving me the vibes of, look, you can switch things up. You can change your story, okay, at any given time. You can rewrite your story at any given time. You can reinvent yourself at any given time. There is nothing set in stone, okay? All you have to do here with the Chariot is harness your energy, pull yourself together, in order to really focus on what you want to see for yourself, on what you want to see change for yourself. There's some kind of calling over here with the Judgment that's been Spirit, like over here with the Trumpet, is literally trying to get your attention, right? To wake you up so that way you can see, look, there's something you got to do, somewhere you got to go, and you know, that is what's requiring your attention. And it's a shift, it's a major change, yes, by the looks of it here. But if you got that calling, or you have that calling, it's kind of feeling like the time is now. And if you're doubting your ability here with the Seven of Wands, this is saying you have a fight in you. You have what it takes. You have resilience over here with the Seven of Wands to see it through, or to make the changes that you need to make. Maybe if you've been hesitating to make those necessary changes in your journey, this is saying you have what it takes. Okay, there's two that flew out. Hold on. All right, so we have the dog and the hammock. Taking a vacation physically or mentally with the hammock, hamaka, right? It says dog protection from a powerful friend. Interesting. So protection from a powerful friend. So a friend in your environment is protecting you, or I mean, maybe literally. But I could also see this as a symbol of loyalty, right? Maybe Spirit is the one, a spirit guide could be protecting you. So if you're concerned about being safe through some changes you're debating making, or you're hesitant on making, this is saying there's protection there. And this is kind of giving me the vibe of travel again with the Chariot, right? If you're looking to make moves, I mean, when you go on vacation, you travel. This is about you going somewhere different, doing something different. Oh, look at that. Time to get out of a situation. Look at that. Whoa. Yeah, it's time to make changes. It's time to get out of a situation. You've probably had a call to switch things up in your situation with the Judgment, and it's time to move past that now. And with the Seven of Wands, like, do what you got to do to make it happen. You're going to be safe along the way. And maybe once you've made that switch and that change, you're going to feel more rested, right? I mean, for anybody who owns a hammock, you know what that feeling feels like. It's kind of like being cradled and rocked. And it's a swaddled kind of feeling when you're in there, but you feel rested, you feel safe, you feel secure, you feel snuggled in a way. And I can't help but think that, you know, if you fight with the Seven of Wands to make the necessary changes to let something go in order to move yourself in a different direction, that's much needed, let's say. Okay? This is saying protection. You'll be protected, and you'll probably feel rested while doing it. Like you'll feel like a weight's been lifted off of your shoulders. That you're floating on air for having done it, you know? Like your mind will be at rest. Mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, you will feel at ease for it, because that's what a hammock makes you feel. You feel at ease for it. This is a reinvention of you, stack number 3 viewers. Again, a rewriting, a complete rewrite of your story. Because there's something here that either you're doing or you're in or surrounded by that's really not working. And that's why this card showed up. There's a need to switch something out and get out of the current situation because it's not really helping. You might have some naysayers that maybe want to keep you tied in place or stuck in place and maybe don't want to see you make these changes. That's a possibility with the 7 of Wands. We have to fight those people off, right? Like in the card. You might have to stand up for yourself and set healthy boundaries in order to do it. And that's requiring your attention. That you move in the direction of your goals, your vision for yourself, even if it requires you letting some things go, or situations or people, places, things go, to pursue that. You're going away somewhere different, or you're looking to do something different. It might not be what somebody else wants from you or wants of you, but it's almost like this feeling of too bad. Because if you're being called to do something different, if Spirit is calling you and waking you up to try to change something, you're going to have to change it. Because you could end up stagnating yourself unnecessarily by continuing in a situation that maybe isn't suited to you. Okay? Some people might try to argue what you're doing or be confrontational here with the 7 of Wands towards what you're trying to do. But that's when you have to stand up for yourself and say, you know what, no, I want what I want. I'm going to go do what I want. I'm going to change, make the changes I need to make. You know, because at the end of the day, right, you deserve it. So let's see if we can get a final oracle card here. Okay. Whoa, it says natural endings abound. Take care of your health. So we have the coffin energy, kind of reminds me of the Lenormand deck with the little, I think there's a coffin in that deck. That talks about endings. But look, it's saying time to get out of a situation. We did establish that there's a transition you're experiencing right now. One thing is ending in order to open the doors to something new, right? You have to release the old in order to embrace a new version of you. And yeah, that is an ending. Like the death card, it's an ending, but at the same time, it's a major transformation. Okay, that comes with it. So yeah, you have to take care of your health. This energy over here is saying do what you need to do for your mental, physical, emotional, spiritual well-being, right? Taking a vacation, resting, feeling at ease is taking care of your health, like this card is saying, right? If you're in an unhealthy situation, getting away from it is taking better care of your health, your mental health, spiritual health, physical health, you know, emotional health. It's time to get out of that, maybe because it's not, if it's too combative, right? Or too much of a struggle, and it's causing you distress, let's say, you can definitely move away from that. If it's going to be better for your overall well-being, it's probably time to close a chapter on it. So stack number 3, this is your reading. I'm going to leave you here. I hope that this has helped and connected for you. If it has, please do let me know in the comment section down below, because I do like hearing from everybody. If you want to support this channel further, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. Liking this video, sharing it as well, right? Subscribing, clicking that little bell for notifications so that way you get notified and you never miss a video, because I upload often. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you can book a reading whenever you feel led or guided to, right? So much love to you wherever you are. Take care of yourselves and keep shining. Hello, stack number 4 viewers. You chose this card here. I'm going to incorporate that into the reading the further we go along. Just want to get everything out on the table for you first. Today we're looking at what Spirit feels is requiring your attention at this time. It could be something that you're overlooking, maybe something you're procrastinating about, maybe something that you're not seeing. All right, so let's see if we can get 3 cards, stack number 4 viewers, to help us understand what Spirit feels is requiring your attention at this time. Let's see, 3 cards for stack number 4 viewers. What is requiring their attention? Whoa, at this time. All right, so we have the Tower. All right. Let's see if we can get 2 more. What is requiring your attention at this time? Okay. All right, so we have the 7 of Swords. And we have the 4 of Cups. Okay. So right away, the first thing that I thought of seeing all 3 of them on the table, something didn't go your way, okay? It could be in regards to something. Maybe something was stolen from you or an opportunity was lost, okay? I say stolen because of the 7 of Swords and maybe a missed opportunity or opportunity lost. Maybe with this 4 of Cups, something didn't go your way. We do see that here with the Tower energy as well, right? So what this is feeling like is what's requiring your attention, right, is a shift in your perspective, right? You might be failing to see that something happened over here unexpectedly with the Tower energy, yes. Maybe out of left field, because a lot of times that lightning comes in and, you know, shakes things up to wake things up. But a lot of times when we get that shake up to wake up, or that unexpected upheaval, a lot of times it's to get rid of something that's no longer working. So what's requiring your attention is a shift in perspective, right? Because even though something didn't go your way, whatever this Tower moment was to you, could have been a breakup, it could have been the sudden realization or revelation of some truth that came to the surface, something didn't go as planned, right? Sometimes this Tower energy can be a blessing in disguise, right? It can be a shift in your path because maybe the direction you were taking wasn't going to work out for the long term, and this is kind of like a way of Spirit maybe knocking that out of your path in order to protect you somehow. Because with the Tower energy, it's always something that's not working, right? It's a foundation that comes crumbling down because you can't build a castle on sand. You can't build what is that word? A legacy, right? On a faulty foundation. If you're going to build something for the long term, it has to stand the test of time, right? And if the foundation that you're building that house upon is weak, okay? All right, I thought that was out. If that foundation you're building upon is weak, it can come crumbling down. And that's not going to benefit you in the long run, right? So a lot of times the universe comes in and kind of wipes the slate clean of something that we're trying to do, because it's not going to last us. It's not going to be what we want it to be later down the road. And it's kind of feeling like something was robbed of you, something was stolen from you with that 7 of Swords. Maybe something didn't go your way. And over here, you might be focusing on what you're not happy with, but failing to see the blessing of what didn't go your way, right? And that's a situation of hindsight 2020. It's only like, down the road can we look at something and be like, oh, now I see why that didn't work out. I get it now, right? Sometimes the things that don't go our way are really just blessings in disguise. We often fail to see it. And I think that's what Spirit is trying to, make you realize or get your attention about. It could be that somebody was not trustworthy with that Seven of Swords. Maybe somebody was dishonest and untrustworthy, and now that situation got knocked out of your path, or that person got knocked out of your path. Maybe you're not fully happy with it at the moment. You're feeling, maybe I'm hearing disoriented. And the candle did go out, finally. Maybe you're feeling a little disoriented, maybe a little melancholy about the whole thing. And that's natural, right? To feel disappointment. And we all have moments where we feel a little sorry for ourselves because something didn't go the way that we had hoped. And you're entitled to that. And that's that energy here, feeling a little downtrodden and like, why did this happen? Or why did this, occur the way that it did? Because, oftentimes, stuff happens unexpectedly, and it's like, what did I do? I didn't deserve that, right? I didn't deserve for it to go that way. Or I didn't deserve for somebody to treat me that way with the Seven of Swords, or be dishonest with me. Maybe there was a situation in a relationship where somebody did cheat, or somebody did do something dishonest or dishonorable, right? And you found out about it, and now there's the disappointment that you're left with dealing with. However, if it didn't work out again with that person, if they were capable of doing that, then it's better it's kind of like this feeling, it's better that you find out now. Better you find out sooner rather than later, and avoid further pain down the road, right? Again, the idea of you don't want to build a castle on sand, because eventually it'll come crumbling down. And guess what? With the Four of Cups, whatever you're not happy with over here, there's something else coming in the background. You just don't see it yet. So whatever went wrong over here with the Tower, whatever went awry with the Seven of Swords, and you're upset about it now, there's something else over here with this Ace of Cups floating in the background that's trying to be presented to you. And Spirit wants you to pay attention to the fact that there's something else out there instead. There's something else coming from this upheaval. It's like once the smoke clears, you're going to be able to see the blessing in disguise. What did I say? God's rejection is God's protection. That's kind of what this is feeling like. Again, it feels like with this energy here, there was maybe a situation that was perhaps, with the cards that are on the table, maybe not reciprocal, right? Maybe whatever's knocked out of your path with the Tower was not reciprocal, was not balanced, was not equal energy exchange. So if something didn't go as you had hoped, that's okay, because there's another blessing here in the background trying to make its way to you that perhaps will be more balanced. Because these two energies here are not energies that are balanced, okay? They're not this and this together, it's definitely a situation where it kind of wasn't going to cut it, wasn't going to stand the test of time. It was sketchy, right? Something to be weary of, something maybe you couldn't trust for the long term. If love was lost somewhere in a situation with somebody, and you were dissatisfied in that scenario, trust that there's another opportunity right around the corner here with this Ace of Cups instead. Maybe one that is more reciprocal. Maybe with somebody who's not going to do this to you, right? that applies across the board, though, whether it's in love or just circumstance. Spirit's trying to get your attention and say, look, stop focusing on what was lost, right? There's a need to kind of redirect your focus to other blessings to come, because what was knocked out of your path, right, wasn't really doing you any justice over here with the 7 of Swords. And there's something else over here that the universe is trying to hand to you instead. Something better suited to you over here. But if you're too hyper focused on what you don't have, you're going to fail to see the other blessings trying to make their way to you. Right? So let's see if we can get tea leaf cards here. Let's see if we can get 3 of these. Okay, there's 2. We have broom, new home, new attitude. Look at that. Butterfly, a change for the better. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see if we can get 1 more. Whoa, 2 more. All right, that's fine. Weeping willow, family sorrow. Okay, so maybe something went wrong in a family dynamic over here. Again, you've had your fair share of maybe disappointments. That would explain that. An exciting event, okay? Now, this is a lot to go over, okay? Because, hold on. I kind of want to look at it all. Something exciting is happening or on the horizon. Again, it's like whatever went wrong, that's fine. It's all right, because there's something better coming as a result of that other thing getting out the way. Right? An exciting event. Yeah, you had some sorrows. You had some disappointments over here. Maybe with the Tower, you know, with all these 3 cards, that is indicating the disappointment. But something else is happening in the background. An exciting event is about to occur. It could be a new home, right? Maybe you're moving. Maybe you got the sudden news that you're going to be moving somewhere. I don't know. Maybe you didn't get a house that you were trying to apply for, right? Because how many people, you know, put in agreements to try to buy a house, and then someone else put in a higher offer and then they lose the house type of thing, right? Same thing applies with rentals. Maybe that other house you were trying to get didn't work out, but guess what? It could be that there's another house coming that's way better than the one that you had your heart set on, right? Originally. And whatever happened here with the Tower is only going to bring in something better, okay? Because you have to consider that the Tower is a major change. It is a major arcana. It is also a transitionary energy. It's where something falls off or something gets wiped away to then clean the slate for something else new to enter, right? It's one of those transitionary cards, and that is a change. When you have the butterfly, this is saying, look, these changes or these shifts that you're experiencing are only going to be for the better. And I was getting that feeling over here because of the Ace of Cups floating in the background. It's like the universe is trying to hand you something else. Who cares about, you know, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but it's almost like this feeling of who gives a shit about what went wrong or what didn't work out. Because guess what? What's coming in its place is going to be that much better than what you ever had dreamed or hoped for. Okay? Exciting things, exciting times, exciting changes, right? And look, a gong, what does a gong do? It, you know, it gets your attention. So Spirit is trying to say, look, shift your focus away from what went wrong, because guess what? There's exciting things happening in your life right now. And I'm trying to get your attention to let you know that if something didn't go your way, it's because I have something better planned for you. Like, no joke. That's what this feels like. Major changes for the better. And a new attitude. So basically, what was I saying earlier? You need to shift your perspective, right? You need to, you know, put on a new attitude here, because there's something else coming from this that's going to be way better than you had originally anticipated. Maybe something even more balanced and better suited for you, right? So let's see if we can get a final oracle card, stack number 4. Viewers, final oracle card for stack number 4 viewers. Beautiful reading, by the way. It's very exciting. I'm curious to see number 4 viewers, like what comes through for you after all the smoke clears, right? All the dust settles over here with the Tower energy. Oh, look at that. There are two paths ahead, but be true to yourself. Okay. So that is an energy of decision making, right? It also reminds me of the Lover's card in the tarot, which also talks about love situations, correct, right? If this was a love situation, right, with that Seven of Swords in the Tower that maybe went wrong, you have to be true to yourself, right? And if you had to walk away from somebody, even if it disappointed you to do so, you got to stay true to yourself. I am going to grab another one just because that's a love card, all right? Let's see if we can get another final oracle card for stack number 4 viewers. One more card, please. One more card. Okay. Oh, okay. So beware, be careful who you trust at this time. All right, so I still can't help but think that this is kind of reiterating this energy over here with the Seven of Swords, right? Maybe for the majority of you, it was a love situation that went awry or went wrong. Okay? And that's what this is, you know, maybe that's why these two cards are kind of reiterating that scenario. But at the same time, it's still indicating that there's something better to come of these shifts. No matter what it is, whether it's love or something else or some other circumstance. Something went wrong, okay, but there's something else coming better. There's changes for the better as a result of this. So if you were disappointed by a love interest, this is saying, you know, if you walked away from that person, you left them and, you know, ish hit the fan with that person, there's another Ace of Cups coming your way to be on the lookout for that, because it's going to be better than the other situation. It'll be the real deal this time. Okay? And yeah, you maybe were unaware over here, all right, with that Seven of Swords, that there's perhaps somebody you couldn't trust. So if you're feeling, okay, if you're feeling like you can't trust somebody, Spirit's also trying to get your attention and saying, hey, your intuition is right. Perhaps you can't trust this person because of that Seven of Swords and this chameleon energy. They may not be all they're saying they are, or they may not be what, you know, they, I don't know, is it cut out to be, I guess. So that's what I'm getting from that. Again, it's just Spirit trying to say, keep an eye out, keep a closer look on a situation, perhaps with somebody. They may not be all they're cracked up to be. And when the truth gets revealed with the Tower, and you find out maybe what their dirty deeds may have been with the Seven of Swords and that chameleon, okay, you're going to understand why your intuition was nudging you the whole time. The Seven of Swords is an energy that can easily, you know, pull a fast one underneath your nose. They could literally sneak around a situation you won't even, like, notice. Right? So Spirit maybe is also trying to get your attention and say, hey, you know, keep a close eye on a certain someone. Pay attention. You know, also be true to your intuition with this energy here. You might have a choice to make down the road. Okay? But if that situation didn't work out, that's okay, because there's something else coming instead. Okay? So stack number 4, viewers, this is your reading. Sending you much love. I hope that you are well wherever you are. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below, because I do like to hear from everyone. And if you want to support this channel, consider liking this video, sharing it as well, subscribing to my channel, clicking that little bell for notifications so you don't miss a video, because I upload often. It's always helpful. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you can book a reading whenever you feel guided to. So I'm going to leave you here, sending you much love wherever you are. Take care of yourselves and keep shining.